Bum bum ba ba da da, bum ba ba da bum bum ba ba da da.
This is a partnership between Michigan Sugar Company and the Sugar Association. It's our fall influencer tour. We have social media influencers from all across the country here today.
Until you see it, you can't really understand where sugar comes from and how it's made. And each time we bring people, whether it's people who are new to the sugar industry on our staff, or outsiders like these nutrition professionals, they come and you can see it in their eyes. They learn so much.
I have a background in recipe development, and I currently host a website where I focus on baking recipes. So learning about sugar and how to incorporate it, how it's made, and all the wonderful aspects of it is something I'm super interested in.
The whole idea behind this is to educate people on the farm-to-table story of sugar.
I'm a registered dietitian and a certified diabetes educator. I think it's good to have firsthand experience into how food is processed, because then I can answer questions better.
We like to say real sugar, real people, real plants. Sugar comes from plants, and that's really important to remember.
It is. It's grown by families, starting with the seed, fertilizing the soil, planting it, taking care of it, harvesting it, getting it processed. How much more real can you get? I mean, from farm to table.
I am a registered dietitian, and I have a website called Real Mom Nutrition, and I call it down-to-earth advice from a dietitian mom. So I think if you have the chance to actually go see it yourself, that's important, and I'm lucky enough to be able to do that.
So it's really important to get people to the farm to see how this whole process starts.
I would be 4th generation.
I'm 5th generation.
The babies would be 7th generation.
Yeah, walking in and they had a couple dogs come running out, like it felt like a real family. They got their family pictures hanging on the wall. It is a business, but can tell that they care a lot about family and the generational success that they've had with their farm.
It is funny because it is a simple process. It's certainly more simple than anyone would think, getting sugar from the farm to the table, but that's also discrediting all of the work that the growers put in.
In any given day, we will have over 20 people just all engaged with the harvest of the crop.
Someone just mentioned the sugar beet harvester that they're using today. What an impressive and complex piece of machinery that is.
We're on Zork & Sons Farms. I'm a partner along with my 2 cousins. My grandpa started the farm, would have been in the mid-40s. And they started it with 120 acres, and we've grown from there.
And I just love to see how this family has come together, and that there are all the different co-op families that are coming together, doing like really honorable work in terms of growing crops that help feed our country. And I think it's a wonderful legacy to be able to leave for your family.
Well, I have to say, I had never seen a sugar beet before, and so just seeing them and tasting it, I thought was really interesting. It tasted sweet. It had kind of a strange sort of aftertaste, but I wasn't expecting to be able to just eat it.
I don't know why I didn't know that you can just pick one off of the ground, and be able to chop off a piece of it essentially and eat it. I think that's really cool, and that's a really great experience for us to be able to see that.
I think the taste of it was really good. It was really sweet, but I could still taste a little earthiness, a little bit of how you would taste from a beet anyway. So I kind of look at sugar beets as the cousin to your regular red beet.
I've never seen a sugar beet, and I had obviously never tasted one. It's hard to just imagine that something like that can be translated into the granulated sugar that we all know and use and love.
Bum bum ba ba da da, bum ba ba da bum bum ba ba da da.
Favorite thing so far has been the factory tours.
The most surprising thing that I learned while on the sugar beet farm to table tour, how it gets from that sugar beet itself to the granulated sugar, and kind of watching the farm to factory process and every step along the way.
And I love factory tours. I love to watch things go down the assembly line and how everything gets packaged and made, and the whole day was super interesting.
My favorite stop on the tour route is our white centrifuges. That is where our white granulated sugar is produced. At that stop, we get to show our attendees how sugar is made. So every 3 minutes, we produce about 600 to 800 pounds of pure white granulated sugar.
It is a simple process. You could make sugar at home. Of course, when you're trying to make it food grade and scale it so that it can be at a level that's produced for the food supply, there's a lot of people that are involved, but extracting sugar from plants and getting it to your table is much more simple than I think most people would think.
One of the reasons I said yes to coming on this trip was that I've never known how sugar was actually made, and I think this was such a cool opportunity to actually see it go from the farm to the factory to make actual sugar and then use it in things like making cinnamon rolls like we did today.
Be lying if I weren't excited to go to Michigan Cream and Sugar. I'm excited for all of it, but yeah, who doesn't love ice cream? And also the pastry shop. I love baking.
We are a little pastry shop. We specialize in cinnamon rolls and scones, and so we had some visitors today rolling cinnamon rolls.
Yes, it was so much fun baking cinnamon rolls, which is something I normally don't make at home, so it was extra fun to bake cinnamon rolls, use that pioneer sugar, and really have fun with it.
Every single product that we make here has Michigan sugar product in it. It's actually the first thing that goes in the bowl in the morning when our team comes in.
We're so happy to have these guys here today. They're all gonna have Pioneer Sugar aprons. They're gonna come behind the counter and get to experience what it's like working in a real small local ice cream shop. We use real sugar in all of our ice creams. We make our ice cream from scratch. So we were very intentional when we started. We wanted to use locally sourced ingredients, and because of that, we make our own base from scratch. So we buy local dairy, and most importantly, real sugar that's grown locally here in the mid-Michigan region.
I'm a really big fan of helping everyone see that adding those foods back into your diet really helps you have a more healthful, nutritious diet overall.
Just seeing the natural process was eye-opening.
Just meeting great people and understanding, like when I buy this sugar to like bake something, you know, or make a favorite grandmother's recipe, I know where it came from. It came from Michigan Sugar Company, so that's awesome.
Everyone should know that sugar comes from plants, right? And we all want to be eating more plants, so sugar is technically part of that as well.
Real sugar, we like to say there's nothing like it. It's not artificial. Real sugar comes from plants, and it's made by Mother Nature. We take the plant out of the ground and we extract the sugar. That's it. Simple as can be, real as can be.